Did you feel bad? Did you have some mom guilt after seeing that?
Not really, because I get really annoyed like every day, so it washes away the mom guilt.
Hi, I'm Teresa.
And I'm Emily.
This is No Ordinary Friendship.
We've been best friends for forever, and while life has tried to keep us apart,
we won't let it. Join us as we catch up on pop culture, parenthood, and whatever's on our minds.
We promise a short break from real life, just for a little bit.
We all have our people.
And now you are one of them. Teresa, I wanted to tell you today I wore a hoodie because you were talking about the hoodiest of hoodies, and mine definitely isn't hooding. No.
I like it. I could barely tell you're wearing a hoodie, though.
It's one of my free, I told you I only have hoodies from brands that I worked for, but it's actually very soft, but it doesn't have the big sleeves or whatever. Very old school.
Whatever works. As long as it keeps you warm. I like how it matches your lipstick. You look very nice.
Yes, I applied lipstick for you.
Thank you.
Apologies
and corrections?
Yes. Mm-hmm. So I haven't been corrected by anyone yet. Hopefully that doesn't mean nobody's listening. But did you listen to Giggly Squad this week? Because they were like, we might give a lot of fake information, but we'll always correct it the next week. And I was like, hey, that's what we do too.
I've never heard them correct things. And I did hear them say that, we'll only correct it if it comes across our desk. And sometimes it just doesn't. So we're not going to correct it. I mean,
that's true.
That.
How will they know they're wrong if nobody tells them?
It's true. No one has told me that we're wrong about anything. And our listeners are usually very good at telling us when we're wrong.
Yes, nobody holds back.
Well, how was your Halloween? It was 2 days ago.
Yes, Halloween, it was good. So I think it'll be a little more fun and easy breezy once the girls are a little bit older. But I don't know, for some reason, the theme of our Halloween was just chaos, because we tried to pick the girls up early from school so that we could meet up with our friends to go trick-or-treating. And I was like, I'm not going to cook because it'll take too long. So we're just going to go get McDonald's. And for some reason, McDonald's took 30 minutes. I placed the order through the mobile app. And then when we got there, I think it was partially my fault, but partially the app glitched because there were no curbside spaces left. So I tried to hit the back button to say I'm going to go in and pick it up. And then my order just disappeared into
30
the black
minutes
hole.
Is a crazy amount of time. I would have gone crazy.
Yes. And it's even longer when you have a almost 2-year-old who is yelling, I want more Pocky.
Did you have more Pocky though, Emily?
I did have to give in just to keep the peace because it was taking forever.
Okay, I feel like a PSA is needed for the McDonald's app. I just learned about it a year ago, I think. And you guys, our friend group was appalled that I've never used it before. And I didn't know about it. And apparently there are free things that you can get with your order every single day.
Yes, there's always a deal. Sometimes they're not that great, but I usually default to the 20% off your order if there's nothing else. And then you also accumulate points. So once you get points, you can actually trade them in for free items.
Like what? Like another fries?
Yeah. You can kind of use them to pay for one of the things you order.
I did not know about this. And we went to McDonald's a lot during COVID too. As a midnight 9 p.m. snack. And I did not know.
How was your Halloween?
It was also, it was fine. Nothing really happened. I bought this huge Costco pack of candy and nobody came. And I thought maybe we get one or two previous years, but nobody came. And then I was like, okay, this is perfect. I'll pass it out on my son's Halloween parade because you're supposed to they do a little parade and then you pass it around, and that's what they call trick-or-treating. And then I got an email that said no candies. And I didn't know that. I should have known that. I thought we gave out candy last year. Or maybe I incorrectly gave out candy last year. And so I was scrambling I was putting go-go packs and fruit roll-ups into this thing. And so now I have a huge bag of Costco candy that I will put on buy nothing, I guess.
I do too. I bought 2 packs of Costco size candy because I just didn't know what to expect. And I probably have combined almost a full bag left. But we got through some of it.
Yeah, that's good. What are you going to do with it, though?
I think I might have Victor take it to work.
Oh, yeah. You told me that already.
Yeah.
Okay, I want to tell you about my haircut.
Okay.
Well, I got a haircut, and I don't love it.
Oh no.
And I feel like I never love my haircuts, and I realize I always am dying to get a haircut, not because it's getting too long, it's because it's getting too thick.
Oh.
And so every time I chop off like 6 inches or so, I regret it. Like every single time, Emily, every single time I regret it. And then after they thin it out, I'm like, this is what I needed. So next time, remind me, I need to thin it out, but not chop off my hair because I really like it long.
Well, for what it's worth, I think it looks great. And I like the color too.
Thank you. It's also not the color I wanted, but it's fine.
Honestly,
she was like, your hair is getting weaker.
Yeah, I agree though, because I feel like in my whole life, very rarely have I liked a haircut. And I don't know what it is. Is it like our expectations are unrealistic, or is that just how it works? Like I never get what my inspiration photos I show is not what it turns out to be.
It's because in the photos, they style it. Oh. And so if they style it, then it looks like a blowout. Then it looks like you're going somewhere, you're going out. But mine is just like the after shower look.
Yeah, I always tell the hairstylist, like, I want this, but I don't do anything to my hair. Like, I don't even blow dry it these days. So you have to make it really, like, realistic. What is it going to look like?
They're like, I'm not a magician. Like, you have to style it.
Yes. Do we want to just give a little remembrance to Matthew Perry? So
yeah, I think
everybody knows now. Matthew Perry passed away. I think it was over the weekend. And
he was only 54.
Yeah. He was Friends was such a big part of our life growing up. Like Teresa and I think we've mentioned we were roommates after college. And I think I had like the DVD set or something.
You did.
And didn't we each just like take one? This was back in the day when laptops had like a DVD player built in. And we would each take a disc, and that would be like our way to unwind at night before we went to sleep.
Yeah.
And I remember when we played Taboo, people would be super annoyed because all of our hints to each other were Friends references.
I remember we like even made up a game that was like the best friends game, and I was like, for sure me and Emily are gonna win, because like even if it wasn't related to our personal lives, I could just like reference the Friends like 10 seasons and give you hints that way too.
Yeah,
it is very sad. He was my favorite character on Friends too.
Yeah, I loved him too. I was super annoyed at Ross. Joey was whatever, but Chandler I always liked. And it's funny because I think Victor like loves Ross, but thought Chandler was annoying.
That Victor, what a weird hot take. But also weird that you guys are together because of that weird hot take.
I know. It's a little bit of a controversial part of our marriage, I guess.
But yes, I do remember the DVDs. Those were some fun times, Emily. Thank you for sharing. It was because of you that I watched Friends, actually.
Oh, really?
Because I didn't really watch it growing up. I don't even think we didn't watch cable that much growing up.
Oh, yeah, I watched
and
a
you were
lot
the ones
of TV.
You were the one that introduced me to Friends and all the endless DVDs.
Oh,
so
well,
thank
I'm so
you.
glad. Moving on to pop culture.
Yeah,
Tell me about Britney.
Did you know that Britney Spears auditioned for The Notebook back in 2002 and 2003?
I did see that pop up on my TikTok.
What did you think?
I mean, I think Rachel McAdams was the right pick, but also very interesting.
Did you see her audition video, though?
I think I saw part of it, but I didn't watch the whole thing. Why, did you think it was really good?
Well, people were raving about how good she was and how she could have really had a career as an actress, and how she was such a close second to Rachel McAdams, because she blew out like Scarlett Johansson, Claire Danes, like people that are really legitimate Oscar award-winning actresses. And I think it was the director or the producer that released her audition tape. And he was saying how they were just like absolutely blown away by like what she was able to do in her audition with Ryan Gosling. Yeah, so I thought that was so surprising, because I could not imagine Britney in that role.
Yeah, same. And I loved The Notebook, so I think it's just too ingrained in my head, like who the actors already are.
Yeah.
It would have been weird to see Britney.
Why did you love The Notebook?
I don't know. It's just such a heartwarming love story. Read this to me and I'll come back to you.
Don't you think it's a little cringy?
I guess I haven't seen it in a few years. Yeah. But I know there are a lot of things people probably want to like cancel in the movie now that we're all so woke.
Oh, really? Actually, I don't remember it that well. But no, you are definitely with the majority of the population, though, that loves the Notebook. And I just couldn't get into it.
I don't know. I just love their love story. What do you have to tell me about Ozempic?
Okay, if there is any celebrity out there right now that all of a sudden lost a ton of weight, like they all of a sudden look like a supermodel when they were a normal human before, and they say they're not on Ozempic, they are 100% on Ozempic. And I was talking to my friend about this. How come they're all like having this crazy weight loss right now? Yeah. And when their faces all look a little bit, a part of it is just like, you lose weight so quickly and so you have extra skin, but they also look like they have sunken in faces. And
really? Tell me like who, because I have seen people say, oh, she has the Ozempic face or the Ozempic look, but I don't really know what that means.
So like apparently it ages you. Like you really can't win. Like you can be either super skinny, but then you're going to look older. And so people are countering that with fillers, which is like doubly
so much
weird and bad. Yeah,
so
like
much
you're trying
admin.
to cancel. Yeah. So much money. You're like canceling certain things out. So Ozempic face, I just learned about this too. Like you get more wrinkles. You have sunken cheeks. I think I said that earlier, like hollowed out, and it's just like
you just look
being
a lot skinny,
older.
Right? Like I guess your fat goes away on your face too.
But you can be skinny and not look old.
If you're young, yeah.
If you're Paris Hilton, yeah. Well, I just don't know why people are even lying about it. You could just say you're on Ozempic.
I know. I agree. I think like there's no shame in it if you own up to it. It's only if you're like pretending you're not. And especially if you're a celebrity, because so many people, so many maybe women look up to you and like just make it realistic of what you're doing. But that reminds me, actually, just before this recording, I was scrolling through Instagram and there was a reel of this Asian woman, but she was like, I'm 41 and my skin has never looked better, blah, blah, blah. And she talked about like skincare and stuff like that. But then in another video, she was like, I also got Botox and fillers. And I was like, thank you for admitting that. Because like she looks really good. Like her skin looks so smooth and like, you know, bouncy. And I was like, why doesn't mine look like that? I'm not 41. And so it's just like, just be honest of what you do, you know?
Yeah, because it really portrays like an unrealistic view of what is attainable with regular things like lotion and serum.
Lotion. Snail mucin, which totally made me like break out. So
Tell me about Channing Tatum.
Yeah, so I put the next one and I'm like, oh, this is so boring. I don't know if anyone even cares. But did you hear Channing Tatum got engaged?
Wait, he did. Who was it?
Zoe Kravitz.
Zoe Kravitz, yeah.
Yeah, I love her.
I don't know anything about her.
Well, she's Lenny Kravitz's daughter, right?
Yeah, she is.
And you know who's her mom? That woman, she was on The Cosby Show. I think she was like the oldest daughter.
Oh.
They look alike a little bit. Now that you know, do you feel like yes?
Yeah. How old are they?
I don't know.
I feel like Channing Tatum must be a lot older.
I think he's
now,
older.
But he dresses like he's a lot younger.
He seems like a good dad from the like 2 snippets I've seen of things he does for his daughter.
Have kids?
No, so he has, I think, a daughter with Jenna Dewan. Is that her name? Remember, he was married to her. They met on like that dance movie, Step Up or something. So that was his ex, and they have a kid, but then they broke up, and then now he's engaged to Zoe Kravitz.
Oh, cool.
That's all the info I know, so don't ask any follow-up questions.
I did see that he got engaged, but I didn't care. I kept scrolling. And people were like, oh, they've been dating for a while. They're so cute.
Yeah.
But it also doesn't really feel like a real relationship because I think they're pretty private.
Yeah. Well, I kind of like that. Like, I had no idea they were dating until this news came out. But for some reason, I feel like when people keep their relationships really private, then it's meaningful to them. You know, something that they're trying to protect. And hopefully that means it has a good foundation, you know?
Yeah. Yeah. I don't even consider them
celebrities.
A-list celebrities anymore.
I don't know. Where's the line between A and B, really?
I don't know either. Okay, on to our parenthood section.
Okay. Cassie is actually turning 2 in less than 2 weeks now, which is crazy. Yeah, officially no more baby. And I've been prepping her like, okay, when you turn 2, no more binky, because, you know, we're trying to get rid of that thing. She's like super attached to it. Anyway, we decided to kind of jump the gun and we turned her car seat around because she is like super difficult to get into the car. She's always like climbing to the front seat, and then when I go to the front door, she like runs to the other side. Like she's a ninja. But I was like, oh,
she does not want to go into a rear facing car seat.
Yeah. So I was like, oh, maybe it's because she's facing backwards. Like her legs are getting a little bit cramped because she's a little bit tall for a 2-year-old too. So we turned it around so it could be like her sisters, and we thought she would love it. And the first couple times she did. And now every morning I'm taking them to school, she goes, car seat backwards. Oh. And I'm like, you want to turn it backwards?
That is way too much admin. There's no way you're turning that backwards.
I know. I'm not turning it backwards because I know, right, when we turn it backwards, she's going to be like, car seat forward. Yeah. And I'm like, don't you like that you can see more? She's like, no.
So dramatic. Kids are so dramatic.
She's so dramatic, and only one volume, which is super loud. She's like always yelling. But I hope it's just a phase.
Tyler only has one tone right now, which is whiny. So whiny.
No.
Like right when he sees me, he's like, no, mama. And then he'll like do this thing where he like rubs his hands on his eyes, so it's like super dramatic and very unnecessary, because he'll literally just walk in with Steven and be like smiling, and then right when he sees me, he's like, mama.
He's letting all his feelings out. You're his safe person.
Well, congratulations on the milestone. That'll really help your back.
Thank you. Yes. And I was thinking about it when that happened, though. I feel like I saw on TikTok or Instagram, like there was one of those sappy videos where it was like, you know, one of those guilt trips to parents of young kids. And it was like, one day, like, I know your arms are tired and I know you're blah, 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 but one day you won't know it. It will be the last time that you hold your kid. And I was like thinking about that when we turned the car seat around, because I'm like, she's already getting pretty heavy. She's like 27 pounds. But it's also true, like, she wants to walk everywhere. Like, only if she's scared or sick, like, she really wants to be held. But it's already, and with Charlie in particular, like, I don't hold her that much. She's 4. But yeah, like, really soon.
Did you feel bad? Did you have some mom guilt after seeing that?
Not really, because I get really annoyed like every day, so it washes away the mom guilt.
I used to get emotional the first few times I saw those videos, and then they really frustrated me, because I think there was a whole article about how those videos make parents, especially moms, make you feel bad, and then people are like, no, you should really enjoy it, like that the time passes too soon. But when you're in it, you're in the thick of it. And it is like, it's okay to feel frustrated and annoyed. And you can enjoy snippets of it, like you'll have great memories of it, but like I do try to enjoy it, but it's totally fine to be frustrated too.
Yeah, I agree. Any parents out there, feel frustrated, feel annoyed. I think it all the time. Sometimes it even slips out where I say, oh, wow, you're being really annoying.
What is their reaction when you say that?
They don't say anything. I don't think they know what annoying means. Although I think I told you the other day, Charlie was like, why do you always get mad when I ask you to do something you don't want to do? And I'm like, well, I guess she picks up on my tone. And honestly, the answer is because I feel like if I don't say it in a stern way, I don't get listened to. And I don't know the answer to that, because I don't want to sound mad all the time and like, no, Charlie. But I feel like if I'm like, no, not right now, Charlie. And she's like, please, come on, blah, blah, blah. You know, it like continues. So I got to shut that down.
Yeah, totally. Tyler yesterday would not go to where I needed him to go because we had to go to school. And I was like, Tyler, let's go. And then he looks at me in his whiny voice. He goes, too loud, mama, too loud. I was like, oh, God, let's just go, please. I got places to be.
Yes. That is the eternal struggle of just trying to get your kids to go where they need to go.
In a timely manner, damn it.
Yes. One day we'll crack.
Tell me about Live to 100.
Yes, I haven't finished it, but so there's a show on Netflix. It's called Live to 100 Secrets of the Blue Zone or something like that. And this guy goes and kind of tries to understand why certain areas in the world people have longer life expectancy. So he goes places like, I feel bad, I don't even remember all of them, but Okinawa. He goes somewhere in, I want to say Italy.
And he goes somewhere
in California, Loma Linda. Did you watch it?
Good. You remember all of the places, Emily. I was trying to help you, but I didn't remember any of the places.
Did you watch it too?
I watched 1 or 2 episodes. I saw the Okinawa one, and I tried to watch the Loma Linda one because it was cool. It was California. But I think the message was very consistent.
Yeah, so I think it was really cool and definitely something I want to keep in mind for like my family, I guess. But a couple of things that I thought was really interesting was in Okinawa, it was like a lot of the diet, like the sweet potato, they ate tofu. So last week I tried to feed my family sweet potato and tofu, and they eat sweet potato okay, but I made this tofu dish and it was rejected by everyone, including Victor.
So you're just like eating a lot of tofu.
So I'm going to live to 100.
You don't need them.
But then the one in Italy I thought was really interesting because they were like, oh, it's just this particular town, and the reason was because it was like the
climbing
steeper your town is, like the longer your life expectancy. And for a long time I was like, oh, I want to end up when I'm older in a house that doesn't have stairs, but what if you should have stairs to help your life expectancy? Right, because it builds that into your daily life.
Or you could come move to San Francisco again, Emily, and climb up those hills, because I think once you're older and you have stairs, you might get one of those, those like track chairs that's like electric that moves you up. And if you live in a town like that Italy town where you have to go up the hill to get home, then you're forced to do it every single day.
And even in Okinawa, I remember they said a lot of the people don't have a lot of furniture in their houses, so they sit on the ground, and it's like these built-in almost like squats that they have to do every day. I was like, wow, this is actually like my kind of lifestyle, because as you know, I'm not good at working out. I'm not good at bringing that into my life.
As you know.
You, Teresa, maybe not the listeners. But I even have that mirror that, you can do workouts with the Lululemon mirror. Yeah, and I did like a 1-month free trial, and then I didn't continue because I was like, I'm just going to be throwing money away.
Wait, where's the mirror, Emily?
It's in my living room. House? Yeah. It just looks like a mirror standing there.
Which is so funny because when we lived together, we looked into owning a bar method.
Yes. I guess that was
being an instructor.
I did do it more regularly then. And I do like workout classes. Like I need someone to tell me what to do. Definitely.
Totally.
Which the mirror should be good because it's classes. I'm just a little bit hesitant to start. Like I need that nudge, I think.
I think it needs to be part of your routine.
Yeah, which it isn't. But that's why I'm saying like, maybe I should get rid of all my furniture and then I have these built-in squats. Like eat on the ground. And I need stairs in my house. Like I need things that are just like, oh, well, I have to do it anyway, I
feel like you're just like making up a bunch of like new things that you need in order to work out. I have to get rid of all my furniture. I think another thing that they said was gardening, right? Because gardening, they also have to squat down and up and get the soil, and it's really good source of vitamin D
and
too.
Being outside, and then also like having this sense of like community was really cool. Like people that are there for you, so you're not lonely. I really like that, and I hope our girlfriend group can like continue to be that when we're older.
We just need to win that Powerball, build our commune.
The next $1 billion Powerball.
We're going to start manifesting now. I like that show. It seems achievable, but I also was thinking you really just need like a low stress lifestyle too. Yeah. And I don't think we have that.
No.
Especially where we live.
Yeah. Got to move somewhere
But they
else.
all seemed very happy. But I'm also thinking like, how did they have money? Like none of them are working, right? Because it showcased people that were post-retirement age.
I don't know. They didn't talk about that. I wonder if their families are supporting them or if they have better like government programs. Yeah.
Yeah. Because Loma Linda in California, I can't imagine that's a cheap place to live.
That's true.
Is it even
We should
Loma
go
Linda?
visit. We should go do like a road trip sometime there.
You're just trying to get us to move to LA. Okay, Uber Eats.
Oh, yes. Randomly, I was thinking oh, actually, not randomly. I feel like maybe I saw a TikTok and someone was like talking about ordering Uber Eats in college. But I was like, imagine if we had Uber Eats in college. Like, I definitely gained, I don't know if I gained the freshman 15, but I gained. And I was like, it probably would have been like freshman 50 if at your fingertips, any night, late night snacking, you could order like a whole meal, you know?
Yeah, so true. But you had a lot of options, like a lot of bad options, a lot of pizza.
I had a lot of options, but remember how I'm lazy? Like, I would not go out at 1 a.m. and walk to where I could buy food. But if it's coming to me, like,
I'm okay with that.
Yeah, every night would be party night.
Some of my best memories in college were going out to these Mexican places and eating there. And that
you guys always talked about your carne asada fries.
I saw that on the menu the other day, and I was like, I cannot eat that. I cannot eat that. That is like instant heart attack right now. And I think they're shareable. Carne asada fries are supposed to be shareable, but in college, we each got our own. And it's disgusting, actually. But even now when I'm talking about it, I'm salivating a little bit.
That reminds me of a random TikTok I saw of like when you're not used to eating at family style restaurants. And I don't know if it was real, but it was like a bunch of white people at a Chinese restaurant and they each had one of the dishes in front of them that was from like the banquet meal. So one guy just had like a big steamed fish and someone else had the vegetables.
Wait, but that was a joke, right?
I don't know. Like, what if that's really how they thought you eat it? You each pick one.
Oh my god, that's so funny because their platters are humongous for a meal. I love family style. I love trying a little bit of everything.
Me too. I definitely do. I like variety.
At home, we do family style too. It's not great for Logan because he sees everything that's like out there. And so he wants whatever is like in the middle, whatever is the biggest. Like he won't eat what's on his plate. He won't eat. And then he'll just keep screaming even though like what's on his plate is just like the cut up version.
Right? Yeah. No, Cassie's that way too.
I just have to go hide it. Which is like not the point of family style.
Yeah, like last night, we cut up her grapes because, you know, you're supposed to cut up their grapes. And then she saw the whole grapes and she's like, big one, big one. So I ended up giving her just the big ones. I was like, why did I cut these for you? And she was fine. She bit into it.
Yeah.
Just makes me a little nervous.
Yeah, I think it's okay. She's well-versed. I mean, we give Logan the full-on grapes now, too.
Oh, okay. Cool. That makes me feel better. So Uber Eats also put out this trend report. So look at me bringing information to this podcast as some
may or may not be
requested.
accurate, but it's information.
And they just talked about like what was like the most ordered or certain cities. But there was one section that like showed some of the requests that people have asked for. So I just wanted to read you a couple that were funny. One said, put it in a box instead of a circle container. I refuse to eat any food if presented in a circle container. Please don't ruin my meal for me.
That is very specific. Okay.
And then someone else said, I have braces and it is difficult for me to chew. Please, please chop my salad and all ingredients in small, small pieces.
That person needs food scissors.
Yes. Cut it yourself. Like, why does the restaurant have to cut it?
Like, or order chopped salad.
And then the last one is, please drench the whole bowl in white sauce with a spiral of red sauce. 4 exclamation marks. Thank you so much. 4 exclamation marks. Just do what I ask. Period.
Oh my god. Oh my god, very dramatic. Are these people drunk?
Maybe. There was one that said like, I am very drunk right now.
Please help if you can.
Yeah. Anyway,
That's
that was
so
just
funny.
a random snippet. Okay,
I
tell
love
me
it.
about Uggs.
I want them. I think I want them.
Have you had them in the past, right?
I had them in the past. I really love them. And okay, this is part of my haircut story. I was sitting there getting my hair done for 5 hours and I got really cold. They keep the door open because of all the chemicals and stuff when you're dyeing your hair, which I appreciate. But I sat there really cold and I was like, it'd be great if I had some Uggs. And every time I'm going out now and I kind of have I have a lot of shoes, but like some of them you need socks, some of them you don't. I feel like Uggs is like built-in coziness where you can have socks or you don't need socks. And I really want them. Are they ugly to you?
So for the longest time, I didn't buy into them. And I know there was a phase where like, maybe it was in college, girls love to wear them with mini skirts, like denim mini skirts. And I was like, that's so confusing to me because if it's cold enough to wear Uggs, why are you wearing a mini skirt? And so I just never maybe, but I actually only bought my first pair of Uggs maybe last year or 2 years ago. So I'm very new to the Ugg team. But I love it now. And that's so funny you bring it up because you know how the temperature kind of just dropped a week ago and you're like, oh, okay, summer's definitely over. Like here in California or Northern California, at least in the mornings, it's like in the 40s. So you feel that chill. And I said to Victor, is it Ugg season?
How did he respond?
I don't remember. I think he was like, yeah, you should wear them. But because I put them away like when kind of spring, summer started earlier this year, and now I'm like, oh, should I bust them out and start wearing them for like school drop off?
Okay, so they have the classic length and then they have the mini and then there's the ultra mini. And I'm trying to decide between the mini and the ultra mini because I think even if people think they're ugly, I want the comfort. Warm. I want them warm. They're so cozy.
Who cares if people think they're ugly?
I don't know. I try not to, but every single day I'm like, I cannot go to school drop off in sweats. Like not these sweats, like not my like ugly Uniqlo sweats. Maybe like a cool set, but not in like the stuff that I wear.
I go in sweats. I go with crazy hair that I forgot to look at.
Oh well.
Hey, thanks for listening. Don't forget to rate us, find us on Instagram, and send us a message if there's something you want to hear.
Yeah. Thank you guys.
Bye.